Good day, viewer all around the world, wherever you're watching us from right now. You're welcome to your number one health program here on Max TV. My name is Adeyemi Adeoye. You know how we do it on this program. We talk about anything and anything that is pertaining to health. And today's edition of the program is proudly sponsored by Healthy Way International. If you're a man out there and you're suffering from infertility issues, and every other kind of problem that is related to fertility, Healthy Way International have these two products for you that can come in handy. Either you're suffering from low sperm count, either you're suffering from any kind of STD. You see this product here, Gachino, is one of the products being produced by Healthy Way International. If you're a man, like I said, out there, either you're suffering from low sperm count, poor ejaculation, poor erection, whatever it is that is related to fertility, just go to the nearest pharmacy close to you, or you call this number showing on your screen right now to get these products. Gachino, it is meant for men. And these other products, also by Healthy Way International, it is called Nutrifield. This one is specifically designed for ladies, women out there that are suffering from all kinds of sexually transmitted disease as well. Whatever it is that you're suffering from that is related to fertility, or sexually transmitted diseases, infection, this product is powerfully meant for you. Like I said earlier, go to any of the pharmacy close to you and order for it. Nutrifield and Gachino. This one right here, Max Seal. Yes, Max Seal. If you're a man or a woman out there and you're suffering from any kind of sexually transmitted diseases, this Max Seal is one of the powerful products by Healthy Way International that can bring absolute cure to whatever kind of sexually transmitted disease you're experiencing or you're suffering from. Just go to the closest or the nearest pharmacy, or you call the number showing on your screen right now to order for these products, Max Seal, for any kind of sexually transmitted disease. Like I said earlier, this product is meant by Healthy Way International. Now, quickly, viewer at home, let's go into the business of the day. What is the topic we'll be discussing today? We will be looking at intending couples and how they should know their health status before saying, yes, I do. The question is, should they even know their health status? Is it important for a man or a woman that is about going into marriage, that is about to say, yes, I do, for better, for worse, to know their health status? If it is important, to what extent? How much should be revealed? This is the topic we have brought for you today, and we will be discussing in a very short while. I won't be doing this alone. As usual, we bring in, experienced guests, young men and women, to discuss each topic we discuss on this program. So I will go on this quick commercial break, and by the time I come back, my guest must have been seated here in the studio with me. But first, let's go on this quick commercial break, and we will be right back. Please stay with us.
Healthy way, not the way to life. Healthy way, not the way to wealth. Healthy way, not the way to life. Healthy way, not the way to wealth. Healthy way, not the way to life. Healthy way, not the way to wealth. Healthy way, not the way to life. Healthy way, not the way to wealth. Person we know well, no go get health. Don't you know your health is wealth? So if you want wealth, you need to get health. Don't you know your health is wealth? Healthy way, not the way to life. Healthy way, not the way to wealth. Healthy way, not the way to life. Healthy way, not the way to wealth. Healthy way, not the way to wealth. Healthy way, the way to health and wealth. Healthy way, no traffic, no delay.
Alright viewers, you're welcome back. Like I told you, it is still your number one health program here on Max TV, Healthy Way, and the program is proudly sponsored by Healthy Way International. I remember I told you guys before we went on that break that by the time we come back, my guest would have been seated here in the studio with me. To my left hand side, I have a very beautiful guest, a very, very beautiful guest, Victoria Victor. Victoria Victor is an entrepreneur, a woman that is self-made, so to say, trying to build her own empire. Victoria Victor, you're welcome to Healthy Way
Thank
International.
you very much, sir.
Of course, our regular Michael Anchor, and should I also call him the guest as well, favorite, aka the giver. You're welcome. A pleasure having you.
Thank you.
All right. So today on the program, like I said, we will be looking at the program from the angle of intending couples, young men and women that want to embark on the journey of for better for worse, that want to get married. So the question today is it important for intending couples to go for tests and know about their health status? Miss Victoria, is it really important? How important is it?
Thank you very much. In today's generation, I will advise that any couples that want to get married should go for a medical checkup because it affects the children nowadays, and you see children growing up, and when they get to a certain age, they become sick and they die. And mostly it is caused by sickle cell or one or two. So I would advise each parent should know in particular their genotype. Now, as a couple during relationship or courtship, you are advised to go to the hospital, know the genotype of your partner before concluding on what both of you want to do. Because these days, nowadays, children died because of genotype. So as a parent, you have to know the genotype of your partner so that you know if the marriage can go on or not. Thank you very much.
But some will argue that during the era of our forefathers, okay, forefathers, foremothers, quote and unquote, there was really nothing like this. Technology, had not advanced to the level at which we have it today. And they still went ahead, got married. In fact, as a matter of fact, those days they barely know each other. Most of the marriages back then were done based on a lady being betrothed to the man and all that. But still, it seems as if they had it smoothly and all that. If there wasn't anything like that during the time of our father, don't you think some would say that in this era it's like we're just wasting our time? What would be and all that.
Alright. You can't compare back in the days and now. It's more like you comparing children of nowadays and children of back in the days. They are two different things. You understand? The Gen Z of now and the Gen Z of before is not the same. So you can't compare the way our parents give birth before and the way we are giving birth now. You understand? So back in the days, children also died. You understand? Children also died because of vaccine and all of them. You get the point. So you see that a family are losing 5 children, 4 children, so they see it as normal in those days. You understand? They believe in God give, God take. You understand? But as time goes on, technology has taken over. So we have come to discover that it is because of vaccines and genotype that is making children to die back in the day. So it is now advisable that parents or young couples should go for checkup so that they will know their genotype and know if they are matched to get married together. So it is very, very necessary. You can't, for example, now you can't give birth to a child and before the age of 18, 19 the child die. Is not fair. So for you to have a healthy family, you have to know the status of your health. Thank you.
All right. Now, favorite,
Yeah.
Omale, you heard what Victoria said.
Yes.
How important is it for intending couples? Is it really that important? Because some will argue that looking at a lady, how beautiful she is, smooth skin, fine eyes, hot legs, and all that. A lady who is not healthy, or a guy with six pack, looking all fit and all that. If the person is not healthy internally, ordinarily it should reflect in the outward appearance. Yeah. So is it that important, like you now as a single guy, is it that important to know the health status of your fiance?
All right, I will say thank you for the opportunity given again, and I say to my viewers out there,
Of course, it is very, very important. Like Miss Vicky just said, some persons think they can just go into it or dive into it to say, on the long run, it might not have effect on you because you don't know the component, I mean the immune system. You know that even from blood group and some of this elementary part of life, there are things that your system can easily overcome. And then the partner you are going to take, you don't know what this person is also made up of, or maybe this person is already infected or suffering from something that can later come up in your offspring. For instance, you talk about SS, sickle cell anemia. How does it come about? Either you get married to an SS partner or an AS come together. And at the end of the day, the end result of it is having an offspring that's SS. And I've heard of a woman, in the olden days, like they said, some of them believes is the gods. The gods does this, the gods does. But it's not really. How will you explain a situation where a woman gave birth to 16 children and 14 are dead? And they die at infant or teenage age. So how do you explain this? Thank God for technology, and we are in a more advanced world where we are telling each other, don't have more than you can cater for. For instance, have four, have three, have two, or better still, have one and make sure that this one is well doing. So will you not say you will pay a dumb eye because of feeling, because of something else in your mind, and you are going to risk your entire fortune as a kid or just two? So it's very, very important to check into it and know categorically what exactly is wrong. Is it from the DNA or blood issue? Is it an infection? Sometimes some people say I'm a virgin, or I don't live this rough life, so they don't even believe in infection. But believe you, there are infections that you can contact, maybe because of the use of a sharp object you've once shared, because of close range contact with some persons. So it is good you know some of these things basically. And then on the other side, don't be a partner that you will later end up in something you will not be able to cope with. I also believe it's one of the reasons why divorce is on the high rate.
Okay, thank you so much, Omale Favorite. You heard what Omale Favorite just said, Victoria. Now, if we agree that it is important to know, the health status, we're not just restricting it to genotype and all that. There's a whole lot, you know, to be known by intending couples. The question now is, okay, let me ask you from a lady's perspective. If you're to get married now, your fiancé, your guy that you're about getting married to, what and what would you consider as the pivotal, the important things that you would like to know about your husband to be? What and what are the kind of things you consider would be very important?
Okay, I think the major thing which is advisable, like I say, is the genotype. That is the major thing. There's love, oh, love is there, but then know the genotype, because no matter how you love your partner to that extent, no matter how you and your partner love each other, you see that thing called genotype can break everything at a goal.
So what you're telling me now is, if there's anything that could be a deal breaker for you as a young lady, it's majorly the
Because every other
genotype.
thing can be fixed. You
Wow.
understand? The genotype is something that you cannot fix. It's a no-go area, because even in your church, once they see that your blood group does not match, your pastor or whoever is officiating the wedding will tell you no.
But what about where is the place of faith? Applying faith. You're a Christian,
This
right?
one, this I'm a Christian, yes, but this one does not concern faith. You understand? It is.
But they say with God all things are
It is the
possible.
same Bible that says my people suffer for lack of knowledge. You understand? It's more like you're having headache now, and the solution for that headache is paracetamol. So instead of you to take paracetamol, you will now be praying fire, fire, fire. You understand? So that is what we are talking about now. This is the solution. This is what we want. This is what you should do. And it's showing in this paper that your blood group and your partner blood group did not match. The genotype is not corresponding. So you want to stubbornly go ahead, then it's fine. You understand? The thing there is you just want to bring a child and suffer the child, and even God does not want it. So why will you do that?
If God does not intervene, I see that
Why will
just
you
chance.
it's called stubbornness. Now you give birth to the child, you get the point now. You are aware of it. They told you, the pastor say no, the doctor say no, that the both of you don't match, but you secretly go ahead and do that. Then you give birth to a child, the child becomes sick every day, then you start praying to God. save my child, oh, save my child. Meanwhile, you know.
Okay, now let me hit you, with a question that might, take you by surprise. Okay, you just made mention of genotype as one of the deal breaker for you. What if after, going for the test and then the result comes out, God forbid, you discover that your husband to be happens to be, like I said earlier, God forbid, HIV positive or suffering from low sperm counts. 6 months to the wedding, that's when the result came out. Can that serve as a reason for you to, be like, I'm so sorry, but I can't do this, I can't go ahead with this?
That one would be,
Because I observed most of the conversation, we've been talking from the angle of genotype and all that. Because they actually, I've heard of cases of people that got married, and it's while they are in the marriage that the other partner discovered that, wow, so I've been living with a wife or a husband that is HIV positive, and the person never opened up. So if you find out, apart from the genotype, thing and all that, can that make you to put an end to, the marriage you're planning?
it's risky. It's 1% chance. I don't want to.
But love conquers all things.
Love conquers all things, yes.
Because you must have likely told him, why the going was good. That, look into my eyes, baby. I'll go with you to the end of the world.
True.
We'll walk through the fire together.
But first of all, the problem there is you lie. Why? Let's just say the truth. You lie.
Yes.
You understand? Because you are aware.
What if it wasn't?
You understand? If you're not aware,
Yes.
it's a different case. You understand?
Yes.
He might not be aware,
If he's not aware, that one we can solve that one. At least you'll be like, it is what it is. You understand? We don't enter. You understand? But then if you know already right from time, and you just,
but I'm talking about before getting married, actually.
No, I'm talking about the person. That is the person that carries the sickness.
Yes.
If you are aware that you have that sickness, but you still want to date me to the extent we get married, and you hide that kind of thing, then you are wicked. You understand? You are wicked, you are evil, then we should not get married. Why are we married? Even if we are married, why? Because automatically the major thing you hide, it's the truth about everything. So that means even the I love you that you say to me is a lie. Because why will you hide something that can kill me? Kill me and affect the children? You get it? Exactly. So you are a liar. Automatically everything is cancelled.
Okay, I'm on a favorite. You have a wedding to do in 6 months time, and you eventually went for a test, you and your spouse to be, and then the result comes out and you discover that, the doctor calls you and tell you that, this lady, unfortunately, her chances of carrying a child up to 9 months and delivering it all by herself is 1.0. That means she has serious infertility issues. Can that be a deal breaker for you?
All right, like Miss Big said, the chance is very slim. But don't forget, you're also here, and this very talk is sponsored by a health company.
Healthy International.
Our products are very, very effective. There are testimonies. So permit me to talk about the product then. So now, if you are having, as a woman, infertility issues with NutriSharp, NutriFuel, Optimus, and one or two other, these things are easily treated because we've already received testimonies of people who have. Personally, a man came to me, I think early this month. I was like, I have a patient and the patient want to treat HIV/AIDS, and I told him, okay, since you don't have money, just go with NutriSharp and Optimus. He went with these two products, and the man came back, I think after 3 weeks, and he said there is changes. The person that has been lying down can now stand up and do things, and then he added Maxil. So you see that if there are no chances of improvement, there won't be. So what we will look into is get treatment rather than say yes or no at this point, because once this issue can adhere to treatment, there is every reason to continue on. Yes, I do.
So what you're trying to say now is, even if you get to know that, okay, this lady I'm about getting married to is suffering from 1 or 2 fertility issues, so long as she admits that there's a problem and she's willing to take treatment, you're good.
I mean, so long as it is known, admitted, And there are these effective, I mean
Product. Products.
effective products. And you know one good thing about this product, these are clinical organic product made with stem cell, like from plants. And this product has minimal or no side effect like other product does. And you know some of these company out there, they make products to help you maintain the issue and will not really go down. But with this product, over time it is guaranteed that even the positive turns negative. That is, there is chance of total cure, and since you have the hope of a good life, we will continue.
All right, Victoria.
Yeah.
Now, as a lady, is there a limit? Assuming your husband to be now, came to you and is like, okay, you know what, Victoria, I would like us to go for general, health check. Is there limits to the kind of tests you guys will run?
No, it is
Probably be like, okay, we can do this, we can do that, we can do
no.
genotype, but
There's no it is there's what they call general body checkup.
yeah.
So I think we can go for general body checkup. It's for our own benefit. You understand? It is for my benefit. It is for his benefit and for the benefit of our unborn children. So it is advisable to go for a general body checkup.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, these days, before couples get married, of course, they go through all the rudiments in their churches.
Yes.
Okay, the church supervises them and all that. And almost every church these days makes it mandatory for intending couples to go to designated hospitals,
Hospitals, yes.
partnered with the church to go and run these tests. But from my experience, it's just some handful of tests, like 2 or 3, HIV, genotype, and that is it. But if you look at the issues that a lot of marriage are suffering from these days, especially I think one of the rising cause of divorce these days in our marriage is the issue of what? Infertility. And I think and sexual satisfaction. If you go to court and make your findings on why a lot of couples that come there seeking for divorce come, you'll be shocked as to the reason. A lot has to do with, oh, this man cannot satisfy me sexually. 30 seconds, he's done. And by then, I'm just warming up. Especially from the women's side.
Yeah.
Trust me. I think the society is shying away from this. They're trying to make it look like it's not happening, whereas it is staring us right here in the face. I have a lot of female friends, and whenever we're having this type of discussion, Vicky, you'll be shocked. A lot of women, married women, trust me, and little wonder we have the rate of cheating, infidelity we have in our marriage these days. A lot of women are complaining that their spouse, their partner, cannot satisfy. Was it 1 day or 2 days ago, I was chatting with a friend. We're having a discussion around it, and the next thing she's like, that is meant for you. You guys just go in, do your thing. You don't even care if the lady is satisfied. And the next thing, you don't sleep, go yakata. You don't even look aside either she's satisfied or not. And funny enough, you know the way you ladies are built. Sorry to say, you people buckle up a lot of things. Ladies buckle up. They prefer to communicate with their fellow, women. Or worst case scenario, if they have a male bestie, and all that, rather than opening up.
And that's where the problem lies.
That's where the problem lies.
Best to take advantage.
That's where the problem majorly lies. So, do you think the test that our churches ask intending couples to do you think is deep enough, or there's a need to widen the scope?
Normally, there's what we call courtship. That's why they advise everybody to undergo courtship so you know your partner more. If sexually the partner is satisfying you, then it's fine. And if it's not, on a low, there are people that before they get married find solution to their sexual satisfaction. Maybe go for herbals, go for medical checkup, treat themselves on a low. There are some things that people don't come out to say, you understand? So everybody deal with his or her own marital or relationship problem on a low. The only one we know about is the major one, which is the genotype, you understand? So nobody will come out and tell you I have low sperm count or I have anything. You get the point now. So on a low, if your partner is having that issue, I suggest you go for treatment or get one of
Product.
our product here, which is very very
Gachino,
which is
Nutrifield.
exactly
You know, for men.
we have for men and we
So
have
if you're a
for
30
women.
second man, if you're a 30 seconds man out there, Gachino, here it is.
Exactly.
It can make you, it can help you improve your libido to go
On
for as
see
long
on a
as
low, you don't
It's
have
not
to
just a
loud it.
you don't have to loud it. Your own is you just click or you call the number on
your
this
screen.
on your screen and we get it to you. That's all. It on a low, don't loud it. It will solve your problem. You understand, and everything will be perfect. Those things are things that can easily be solved now. You know, doctors now have come out with solutions to problems like this. So at the end of the day, you and your partner will be happy.
Alright, viewer, you've had it all today on this edition of the program, Healthy Way. Today's topic that we brought to you is how well should intending couples know about their health, how important it is. Is it? You've had it from my guest, Miss Victoria Victor. And you've also had it from, my co-anchor, favorite Omali. Now, quickly, Victoria, your parting shots before we call it quit on the program.
All right.
Your last message for our viewers out there.
Thank you very much, viewers. Please, I advise all of you, boys and girls, aunties and uncles, please talk to your children, grandparents, and mothers and fathers. Please make sure you go for your test. Your checkup is very necessary, and avoid unnecessary death or avoid bringing children to the world to cause them problems, sickness after the other. So please work on yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Victoria. Thank you so much. Omali favorites, your parting shot.
All right, I will want to say this. Don't wait till you are getting married, or don't wait till you are married rather, before you start profiling solution to things you are noticing around you, right? So if you are suffering for one infection or the other, there are some kind of body chemistry. Over time your body changes and you don't really understand. You go to hospital and then they tell you one or two of these things that this actually was affecting you. Don't wait till you get there. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can easily walk up to the store or call the number showing on your screen and pick this to treat your infections, and before you know what's up, you are living a healthy life again, bounce back as if nothing has ever happened. If you are a woman, your libido is failing. We've talked about so many things, but there are still men out there crying that the woman can't satisfy them.
Sure.
There are women that don't even have enough libido. There are women that they can't last long, and there are women that do whatever you want to do as a man, you don't improve them, and they don't believe this is a sickness. This is a sickness. Nutrifuel is for you. Come or make a call and pick one for yourself. And if you are a man and the brotherhood is not proud of you, please don't shame us. Don't shame us. Call the number on your screen or come and pick one. So this is my parting shot. Don't wait till you get there. Once you know you have an issue to have it treated, you can just make this order now, treat it and be proud of yourself. The partner coming to meet you will be proud of you, and everybody will have a good kick up, and we hope a forever lifestyle of bliss.
Alright, you've had it all from my guest today on the program. Thank you so much, you at home watching us, for doing this with us. It is on this note that we call it a wrap on the program Healthy Way, proudly sponsored by Healthy Way International. Thank you so much. Until next time when we bring the program your way again, my name is Adeyemi Adeoye. We say bye.